to Global Markets Radio Week Ahead YouTube. I'm your host, Andrew Spanton. Sunday, 4:20 p.m. Eastern, January the 9th, 2011. First, I want to say my condolences to everyone involved in the killing of the judge, children, psycho, teabagger, whatever he is, wounding a congressman today, shooting her in the head on Saturday. Just horrendous, just horrible. And again, you can hate someone for their beliefs, but to kill them because they disagree with you, I think that's just ridiculous. I think that's not what this country's founded on. And I think we should absolutely stomp out all militant extremists in this country if it's even possible. But the United States is just terrible. Just a horrific, horrific thing. Hopefully good comes out of it. Maybe the Democrats and Republicans can come more to the center and be less polarizing. Because I blame both parties on this. Both parties. Not just the Republicans and the teabaggers. Liberals certainly have, the extremists have something to blame in this too. Rachel Maddow, please, come on. All right. Dollar index. We're going to look at the weekly charts here, people. The weekly charts. And we'll look at the dollar index right now. And as you can see, we completely broke out to the upside. We were looking terrible last week, right? We were a little nervous about this whole 79 level, 78, 90 level. But look at this, closing almost at the highs, breaking a nice little downtrend channel line. You could draw a couple lines here. Breaking this one, breaking this one. So the dollar index looks like this nice pole, flag, and it looks like we're going to have another pole. And I was just saying this to my premium members. I think that the turnaround, we're going to continue moving up. The turnaround is going to be caused by the Portugal, Spain bond offerings going well, or at least getting through. I think part of the reason why the euro has just been collapsing as of late, not just, it hasn't been just the dollar, it's been the euro across the board, is because of these auctions coming out. And I think the markets are nervous that the pigs are not, I think it's Portugal and Spain have some bond offerings this week, and the markets are very nervous about that. And I think if we get a reversal in that, if we get something where the bond offerings go well or they make it through without a ridiculous yield, I think the euro could be a nice reversal this week. Absolutely. But dollar index looks like it's going up. I see 82 easy. First we clear this whole level, 81.23. We're gone. Say hello to 82 easy and then 83 almost. So the dollar index to me looks very good. Let's see if I did this right. Oh, baby. Okay, almost. We're looking right now at the S&P 500 weekly chart. I know these aren't great, but hey, they'll do. The dailies are better, but it's not zoomed in enough. But anyway, dollar S&P looks like it wants to go up. Certainly nothing over the weekend really going to make the market collapse in any way. And I think that S&Ps look good. Gold, weekly chart. Certainly triple top potential. Certainly the fact that the U.S. might not need to print more money. But, when you listen to Janet Yellen over the weekend, she's definitely, they're going through with the $600 billion, that's for sure. That's done. Creating over 1.5 million jobs. She had 1.9 million jobs, she says, it created. So they're defending their action. And that $600 billion is going to get bought. Question, obviously, is QE3, QE4. And certainly jobs being the number one goal, we're going to have to see if jobs do come back. Listen, just because that Friday number was bad does not mean that the job situation is not turned. Weekly jobless claims are now averaging 400,000 pretty much in the last, 2 weeks, 3 weeks? I think that average probably continues. That is going to be good for the jobs numbers going forward. So just because it was 100,000, the revision was higher. Jobs numbers continue to get always revised. And the direction, I agree with Dennis Gartman, is, usually when they're revising higher, that's a good economic landscape. So we're looking at oil here. And certainly a little toppy, but I do think this whole 87 level is a big spot. Look on the shorter term, you'll see it's 87, big spot. We break through 87. Certainly this whole uptrend channel could get violated, and we could be looking at 85 easy. But the weekly chart does not look very good in oil at all. And again, back to the S&Ps. You'd think if commodities are coming off that the S&Ps might, maybe, but earnings have been, the market earnings are good. Besides non-farm payroll, the rest of the data for the U.S. has been strong. Chinese shipping booming. Everything is going well. And you can't fight it. As much as I want to fight this, listen, we need some sort of an event, like I've been saying over and over again, some sort of an event. And as far as this dollar index goes, if the U.S. interest rate differential is coming into play, it's a new world game. It'll be different. Stock market might even go up with the dollar going up. You never know. Euro dollar. Weekly chart, sorry. Weekly chart certainly not looking very good to me. When we take a look at the weekly chart, you guys aren't switching up. Hang on. When you take a look at the weekly chart, you see obviously we're rolling over here, but you see this big downtrend channel line. This is occurring over years now. And in my opinion, I think this is going to get broken. I think this downtrend channel line is going to get broken. I think the euro's in big trouble. Now, could we get a reversal this week? Absolutely, on what I'm calling. But what if they fail? What if Germany, the idiots, actually let these auctions and the ECB let them fail? That would be disaster for the euro. All bets will be off. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just saying the what-if scenario, and this weekly chart looks like death. So now we've seen the dollar index look great. Euro look terrible. Breaking down, pole, flag. We could be talking 125 here. Now, again, who knows? It's only, euro's gapping down a little bit, 30 pips. Sunday night. Big deal. But to me, it looks very, very ominous. Not good. Dollar yen, as bad as it looked last week, now it saved itself. Looks good. Bond yields going up in the U.S. Data in the U.S. more or less better, besides the non-farm payroll. Double bottomed at 81. You want to be a long-term trader and take a long-term trade view on this? You want to buy the pullback, stop yourself out if we take out this low? Sure. I mean, listen, if interest rate differentials are coming into play, and, you look at this, and when you look at all the bottoms, this one doesn't look like a great bottom. It doesn't. But it could be a nice little double bottom situation, maybe here and here. And, we really could be possibly trying to make a run. But listen, when that number came out, you can't be bullish on dollar yen, unless you see bond yields really exploding and something else coming out. Because that jobs picture was terrible. And I think the S&P, obviously 500, could be a catalyst. Look at this weekly chart again. It closed above previous week's high. That's a bullish indicator. As bad as it was on Friday, dollar yen this could have been the bottom. This could have been the double bottom to start the year. But I'm not prepared to make that statement. I am still bullish on it. I still believe the U.S. numbers have been better. I still believe that rates, the 10 years, go into 4% short term. And I think that could be dollar yen bullish in particular. Sterling weekly chart, inside week, hanging man a little bit. We went home short cable. I think it's a downtrend channel. You take a look at this whole downtrend channel line. Numbers have been decent out of London as of late. This week, obviously, we get a bunch of data coming out. But again, I'm telling you, the key is going to be this bond auction, in my opinion. That's going to be the key. But certainly we got plenty of data coming out, no doubt. But I think, again, that auction is going to be really the catalyst for any euro reversal, euro sterling reversal, right? And then, of course, at the end of the week, we get rate decisions, and we get the Tuesday press conference, and that's going to be important. So this is a very pivotal week, in my opinion. Trade balance numbers at the end of the week. U.S. retail sales on Friday, that's going to be big. But again, middle of the week is all going to be about Portugal. And then Thursday, Trigé is going to be huge. So there's going to be a reversal. It's going to come on Trigé's press conference or before it if the auction goes well, in my opinion. But we could go a lot lower first. Sterling dollar, weekly chart. I mean, as long as we don't take out this 57 level, cable looks like it's going to roll over to me. But again, with euro sterling so weak, cable's going to hold up like it's been. Weekly chart, dollar Swiss, another outside candle. Didn't take out the lows, closing above the highs. Dollar Swiss is going up. It looks like the 20 exponential, 99 on a follow-through. Listen, it was a fake out. We closed the year terrible, and we came back. This is a typical year-end type move. And I'll tell you, I think that there should be follow-through. I would be very hard-pressed to see this dollar Swiss go right back down. Let's look at Euro Swiss, see if we see any sort of bottom. Not really. Morningstar, maybe. This is always going to take out 124. It's certainly a possible shot. Under 124, this baby's going down big. Aussie dollar. Double top. No real reversal, but closing below previous week's low. That is very bearish. This was a very bearish candle, in my opinion. It closed horrible. The floods are not getting better at all. If anything, they're expecting more rain in Australia, which we know is not a good thing. And I just think, long term, obviously, they're going to work their way out of this. It's going to be good for the economy, for the Australian government to rebuild. But you take a look at this chart, I don't know. It looks like we're going to have follow-through for sure. 98.50 is a big spot. We take out 98, we could be talking easy 96. And this is more Australia-specific. They can't get the coking out of the ground. They can't get the stuff that they need. That's not good. Dollar Canada, weekly chart, a little bit of a morning star there. Listen, it looks terrible. Now, how you want to slice it looks terrible. I am a bull on the Canadian economy. You've been a listener of mine. Listen, this whole Australian situation, Australian specific. Canada has everything Australia has. So there's any place you want to buy. That's why look at that Aussie Canada move. And I think that's going to continue. Any pop in Aussie Canada, but I do think it's a little oversold. I'm bullish on the dollar. It's coming down from 102. It just looks like it's going to bounce. Yes, the numbers were good on Friday, and there's some talk in some of the weekend Canadian papers talk about raising rates sooner than expected in Canada. So we could have a little bit more bullishness out of the Canadian dollar. Maybe not the dollar Canada pair. We might just futz around in dollar Canada, where the euro continues to go lower, something like that. But I don't know. I can't sell dollar Canada here. I want to sell the bounce. New Zealand, nice little tried to break out. Weekly chart came right back down. I would imagine we continue. Sympathy out of the Australian trade for sure. 75. I still like this Aussie Kiwi short much better. I mean, listen. Look at this chart. They're gonna be follow through. Sure. The euro is the best bet until this auction results come clean. That's been the key. Euro sterling. We take a look at. Breaking lower, looks just like the euro-dollar pair in force. You see the force of this move? This is a big break, people. That's why cable, if you see euro-sterling melting down, run. That's why you saw cable act like it did. You've got to be short euro-sterling if you're going to be short cable, in my opinion, because, again, you see the force of this. And, again, until that auction is done, and maybe even Trigé, I could see us coming in easy to that channel line. That's about 82. So we got a little bit more ways to go, another 100 pips in euro sterling. We got a little time, I'll give you that. Remember, premium service, people. Your only option now is the 3-month special or go monthly and pay $200 a month. The 3-month special is $500. You missed the year deal. That's gone, like the wind. Email me, info@globalfxradio.com. And remember, I give away premium twits that you don't see as freebies. Voice of Forex is separate than GFX Premium. So you get plenty of benefits by going premium, in addition to the research I send out that will cost you a fortune to get yourself. So again, Trade Rex, 4 hours in the chat room. Oh, baby. Premium twits all hours of the night and day. Research you got to pay for yourself. And I'll even speak to you on the phone once a week if you need. I mean, come on. Oh, baby. Andrew Spanton. Oh, wait. I still got another minute. Euro yen, sorry. Close terrible. Outside candle, this looks horrible. Euro yen looks like death. It looks like we're going to melt down. We're going to take out 105. And if there's any bottom, it's going to happen this week, but it looks like we're going to have continuation. Euro yen looks terrible. It's a short. Dead short. The other yens, though, look less vulnerable. I mean, you look at this Aussie yen. I thought that was a great trade, right? I loved it. It came back a little bit. This Aussie yen just won't go down. I still like it to the downside. Even it's a hanging man here. There's a hanging man, absolutely. So if there were two yens I would be shorting, or being long on the yen, it'd be Euro yen and Aussie yen for sure. Look at this thing. It was 75. Blue Horseshoe loves this chart. Short. Oh, baby. Info@globalfxradio.com. Have a great week, people. Look for that auction result in Trigé press conference. Key. Most of the numbers end of the week. Look for U.S. numbers to be good again. The only voice you will ever need who truly loves to make you money. Have a good one.